and welcome to Silence Tarot, the tarot with a bird's eye view. I'm going to be doing a collective reading today. I actually don't know what kind of collective reading it will be, but I will know once I get into it, and it will be in the title whether it's a love or career or possibly twin flame reading. I'm going to be using 3 decks, starting with the Love and Courage Quest Tarot, which I'm extremely fond of, and I have not seen it used that much. And I don't exactly have fancy shuffling skills to show off, so I don't really need to do those on camera. Okay, let's start. Okay, right away we have the Star, and then we have the King of Wands. So I am feeling compelled to do a love reading. So this is something that you have wished for a long time, but this person, maybe you feel like they had a lot of trouble growing up. Maybe you saw a lot of potential in this partner, but they were just not meeting you at your level. I see the fish here, so maybe they were someone who would get kind of lost. Maybe they have ADHD. Maybe they're neurodivergent in some way. I'm seeing something that looks similar to an axolotl, so there's definitely issues there with maturity, and maybe it's that they're younger than you. Maybe it's just somebody that gets a little bit lost in the sauce, and that causes you to kind of lose faith in this person. Now I'm seeing here that there is some progress with regards to this person. I don't know if they have reached out to you. I don't know if you have seen it in them yet. I do see some beams of light coming through. So maybe you are starting to see some changes in this person's character. So it looks like they are now personifying the energy of the King of Wands. So the King of Wands definitely shows someone who has vision, someone who is able to take a bird's eye view to their feelings and their emotions. So unlike the fish, which can get kind of lost and has very short-term memory, and is very in their feelings and maybe is very prone to illusion and getting lost, this is someone who's starting to see the big picture. And we also see the Star here. So it does seem like they do still feel connected to you in some way. Let's get some more cards. Okay, so I'm seeing here that maybe you felt like this was kind of a hopeless situation. Maybe you felt that it was easy for you to see the things that were keeping this person kind of trapped. Maybe this person suffered a lot of self-limiting beliefs, and you could kind of see that the way out was easy for them. I mean, you're there holding a sword, but you know that you can't be the person to free them, that they have to be the person to step out of their comfort zone, out of their self-limiting beliefs, away from maybe situations that are no longer serving them. And that, you know, maybe you have faith that this person is better than that. But as you can see, the light is hitting them, but they have a blindfold on. And you can see exactly what's happening to them. Maybe you tried to communicate this to them, but it seems like at some point you realized it was very important for them to free themselves, and that it wasn't something that you could do for this person. But here we have the Nine of Cups, which is a sense of wish fulfillment. So this tells me that maybe this person acknowledges how you tried to help them. And maybe they see you as this kind of, well, maybe they're putting you on a pedestal a little bit, but maybe they're seeing you as kind of a wish fulfillment. And maybe the thought of being able to rejoin you or being able to meet you at your level is a motivating factor for them to pull out of these limitations, these self-imposed limitations. So here we have the Star, King of Wands, Eight of Swords, Nine of Cups. Okay, we're going to keep going. And we're going to try to get more information on your person. And what is very clear to me is a love reading. So, how do you see this person? I see. Okay, so this is clearly someone that you feel you can build a life with. And I'm seeing a potion, so maybe you feel like you were really under their spell. And maybe you feel like you put up with things that you normally wouldn't. We do have a key here. So this could be a soul contract kind of relationship. And you do have a smile on your face. You're collecting this coin. So even if this person maybe put you through the ringer, or this relationship was a lot more challenging than you expected it to be, you're still able to derive important lessons from it. And it seems like with this person holding the key, it was part of their soul contract to impart these important lessons to you. And it seems like you walked away knowing that you did all that you could do in the situation that you had, and knowing that you acted from your heart. And here we see like a little star next to you, so it seems like you still kind of carry hope in your heart for the situation. But we have Judgment here, so it seems like there are karmic lessons that need to be learned first before this person. It seems to me like this person is starting to come into their power. They are maturing, but in order for them to walk away from these self-imposed prisons, well, it seems they have to choose to walk away from these self-imposed prisons, and they have to pay these karmic debts for them to be in a place where they can make a move towards you. All right, now how does this person see you? Okay. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. So I look at this and I see maybe they look at you and they see someone who is really independent. I see a unicorn, so maybe they see someone who is really intuitive and psychic. I'm also seeing the horse, so maybe they think that being with you would feel liberating in a way that they haven't experienced a relationship before. Maybe they're accustomed to relationships being kind of confining, and they feel like you would give them a sense of freedom. And you have all these keys, so it seems like they regard you as someone very much worthy of trust. And we see a cup here, so it seems they feel like they would have, or they did experience at some point, a more intimate, kind of deeper connection with you. And we do see the eagle here. So it may be that this person needs to take some time and they need to kind of, like the King of Wands, develop this bird's eye view of everything that's going on so that they can fully see the things that are holding them back and choose to let them go. Seems they also see you, to me they see you as someone who has been through struggle in the past, been through pain, and yet has managed to derive strength from it. We see a butterfly. So again, it seems like they associate you with this feeling of lightness, of freedom. Like, it seems like they very much do want to join you. Like they're just thinking about it makes them feel this lightness, this sense of liberation, this sense of freedom, especially because the place where they are, maybe it's mentally, they're in a sort of mental prison. They feel confined, they feel trapped, and they do, just thinking of you makes them feel this feeling of lightness. I don't see action yet in this reading though, but there's definitely a desire there. But it's not looking to me like it's time yet for this person to make their move. Okay, so how does the querent feel about this person? I see. So it seems that you do kind of feel that he's younger than you, and I'm thinking of that. It might not be in a literal sense, but it might be in a spiritual sense. It seems like you see a lot of potential in him, but you feel like there are more lessons that he needs to learn in life before he can really understand and appreciate what you are offering him and what you would be able to give him. And maybe you were trying to offer him something like see, there's this angel here. You were trying to offer him this kind of what would be for him salvation, um, a sense of peace and liberation. Seems like this person definitely has a difficult life, um, has a lot of things that are holding them back. I don't know if this person is just, mental issues or the people around them or their environment, but it seems like you really wanted to offer this person a better situation in their life, and maybe they were just not ready yet, since we can see the hermit here. So it seems you don't feel like there's somebody who was prepared to take action, and you definitely wanted someone more mature and proactive. Okay, so how does this person feel about you? Okay, wow. So they definitely have you on a pedestal here. Okay. So we have the world. So again, it's like they're peeking through this doorway and they see so much light coming through the door, and they really, really want to go through the door. But it looks like they still don't have the courage to walk through the door. And when this person thinks of you, there is a sense of fondness and nostalgia and a desire to kind of repay whatever kindness you may have paid them. So they definitely see you, they feel for you in a very positive light. And there's definitely a desire to come towards you, but it does look like they have more lessons to learn, perhaps karmic debts to repay, and it's more maturing to do before they can fully free themselves from their current karmic situations, before they can really take any action toward you in the foreseeable future. Let me see. What is the energy surrounding the querent right now? Okay. So we have 5 of Wands. So the energy surrounding you, there may be some conflicts. Maybe the opinions of others on this relationship or situationship, or what looks to be like, I don't know if you're still with this person, you're still waiting for them to kind of grow up, or if you're kind of on a break right now, or if you just had maybe more of a brief kind of interaction that you were hoping would turn into something more. But it seems like their opinion on this is not that favorable. Maybe they feel like you deserve better and you really shouldn't be waiting around for anyone. But it seems like you, again, I see a contract here again. So it seems like maybe you are aware of not just the lessons that this person brought into your life, but that maybe the story is not over, and that there are still things that you can learn and experience together that you do want to see through. So you're kind of following your own intuition and your own guidance in this. And I see a whale here, so definitely seems like a soul family kind of link here. I'm not sure what kind of bird this is. The first thing I saw was an owl, which would again relate to intuition. So you're someone who is accustomed to not just looking at things only in a worldly way, but also at extracting the spiritual lessons within, and kind of looking at the Nine of Pentacles. It seems like you have no problems manifesting things, manifesting a comfortable life for yourself and success, but you are also a very heart-centered person. Okay, what is the energy surrounding the Aquarian's person? I see. So it seems like they definitely see you as this divine feminine kind of figure. So they definitely are idealizing you. Their experience of you, their impression of you must have been a very, very positive one. Okay, so we're seeing Ace of Wands here, which is very positive, actually. So we're seeing the beginnings of, but mind you, the character on this card is very young. But we are starting to see the beginnings of action, and we are seeing a key again. So it seems at some point, perhaps in the near future, their desire for this reconnection is going to be so strong that they're just going to, and we see sunflowers here, so they definitely see you as like a light in their life. Their desire for reconnection is going to be so strong that it's going to compel them to move forward. So the spirit of action is going to start moving within them. And here we see the whale again. So again, this soul connection, and we see a castle. And we see the whale bringing the castle. So it seems like this person is definitely thinking of moving themselves back into your life. And we do see a key here. So it's perhaps a greater awareness of the importance of your connection. And we also see wings. So it seems like this person has a chance to free themselves in the near future. Okay, I'm going to switch decks. Okay, let me see if I can get kind of the connecting energy between you and your person. Okay, Two of Cups. Two of Cups is, of course, very positive. This is, to me, one of the most romantic cards in the deck. We do see a serpent here. So it seems like when this person does step back into your life, they will have experienced a certain amount of growth, a shedding of things that they needed to remove from their life. A certain amount of healing will have happened. This cat to me looks more like a lion, so he will have developed, this person, I don't know if it's he or she, this person will have developed a certain amount of courage. And we do see a photo in the background with a house. There are mountains there, so there are mountains to scale. There will be challenges, but in the center is a very peaceful and idyllic looking home. So it does seem like there is a future for this connection, and there's definitely romance there, and there's definitely communion, and there's definitely growth on the part of your person. So here we have the star. So basically, there's definitely hope in this connection. And I think the idea here is to not wait around for this person, but to know that it is possible and to open yourself to it. We do have the crab here, so I think this also speaks to making sure your armor is not up, making sure that you are, if this is what you want, that you are allowing this person back into your life, and that you are perceptive, and that you make sure that they have changed or matured in some way before you fully let them into your life. But definitely, if that's something that you want to do, that you really give them the opportunity to show you how much they've grown. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is going to be slow but steady progress. So this person, when they have finally had enough of their current situation and their motivation is strong enough, because definitely I see a longing there. They definitely see you as light, and not just light, but something lighter compared to the heaviness in their life. But they will see a future with you, and that will motivate them to move towards you. But the Knight of Pentacles is slow moving, so the progress may not be immediate, but the Knight of Pentacles is very reliable, so it's slow and steady, and it does show that the person is of good character, even if maybe they're somewhat stubborn, and maybe that was the trouble to begin with, why it was hard for them to change and adapt and see, and as they're maybe spiritually younger than you, at least, or less wise or mature, it was harder for them to see why they needed to make the changes that you felt they needed to make in order to fit better into your life. Wow. Okay, so we have 10 of Cups. So this is definitely a very positive card for the future. This is, this tells me that when this person comes back into your life and reconnects with you, they are going to have experienced some form of growth and healing. That if you do not have your armor up, and if this is still a connection that you wish for, then this relationship will experience slow but steady progress and feel very stable and secure. And eventually, again, the Knight of Pentacles moves slowly, you can have a very fulfilling future together. And whether that's starting a family or whatever that looks like to you, there is definitely a rainbow at some point in this journey. Okay, I'm going to just pull out this last deck now to maybe summarize. I will probably use the book and use it as more of an oracle, even though it is indeed a tarot set. what is your advice for the querent? And I will get the book for this one because each of the cards has their own story, basically. And I'm not familiar with all of them yet. This is the Fairies and Magical Creatures. Tarot. So, advice for the querent. 6 of Cups. What can you tell us, Spirit? In the Indian jungle, a child watches a fairy who looks at a panther in a cage. He shows her a stuffed panther, a toy that perhaps belonged to the child. In that moment, the lock breaks. The panther is free, and thus the child chooses other animals over humans. The 6 of Cups is for many a card of nostalgia for childhood. But here among the fairies, childhood is a special, wild, and revelatory state. With a seemingly naive gesture, the fairy allows the child to converse with the panther, shows how sacred it is, the memory that reawakens us. Growing and not betraying childhood is the greatest challenge of living. So it seems that you were definitely a force of kindness in this person's life. And what I'm getting from this story is the impact of your kindness is immense. And it's actually allowing this person to slowly but surely extract themselves from a situation that they no longer wish to be in. So I actually think that the message here is to just continue to be kind. Just continue being the mature and wise and kind and together person that you clearly are. That is the impression that I am getting from this reading. And here we have the 7 of Cups, which shows a progression. How many wishes does the mind hold? As many as its illusions. But wish after wish, we free ourselves of the superfluous to raise the unparalleled cup of our essence. The 6 of Cups suggests that we achieve inner cleanliness without denying ourselves anything, traversing every road until we find the one that resists. To wish is to err. I think that must be a typo because it's the 7 of Cups. And in the erring, we let the road speak. This is how the fairy maintains his equilibrium, full of adventure above his wanderer's tent, while the sky fills with fascinating contrails that charm him and ask him to be followed. Faint dreams, opportunities, vorticles of dust, we cannot know until we start to go that way. So it seems you have a lot of choices before you. You have a lot of opportunities and possibilities, and I actually think the guidance coming from this particular deck is to allow yourself to be open to these different opportunities, not to close yourself off to the possibilities. And whether that be the possibilities of this connection or other things that can come into your life, I think the message here is to be kind, to continue being the kind person that you are, and to be open. Again, this is definitely connected to the card under it, the star, where we have the crab telling us to kind of make sure you let your armor off, and that if this is something that you want, that you be open to it and that you believe in it. So the advice here is be kind and remain open. Now I'm going to get 2 last cards. Let's see, what is the future of this love connection? Okay, so this is quite positive. I'm actually seeing here sun and moon. So I'm seeing here maybe a kind of divine counterpart, kind of twin flame energy actually. And I'm seeing here the Hierophant, which again is soul contracts and can be a form of union. So I think that this is definitely a very special connection. And I know that with twin flames, often people around you, like the ones I saw here in the Five of Cups, tend to not understand what you're seeing in the connection. And there usually are a lot of differences between counterparts, because one of the lessons that they have is to kind of overcome societal expectations and to change the way that people see and understand love and understand human connection. So there's usually quite a few differences between them. So it seems like, again, this is a very special connection. And your message here is just to remain kind and remain open. That your kindness is opening doors for this person in their life, and they definitely want to come back into your life if that is something that you desire. Okay, so actually, I'm going to get just 3 cards, or maybe 4. I definitely have a 4 thing. But this other deck tends to be very on the nose, but it's not easy to see right away. This is the Tarot of the Kingdoms. Let's just try to do a simple past, present, future for this connection. Past, we have Knight of Earth. Present, we have the Chariot. Aha, the Chariot, we have movement. And future. Okay. Okay, so for past, we have Knight of Earth. So again, maybe this was kind of a stubborn person, and it was kind of hard to get them to change their ways or convince them of the changes that they needed to make. But here at present, the Chariot, we are seeing some forward movement. And I'm seeing the panda. When I see the panda, I think of boundaries. So I'm thinking that this person is learning to set important boundaries with other people. And for future, I am seeing King of Fire. So there is definitely some maturity gained, and fire, mind you, is cleansing, purifying, rebirth. So there's definitely a positive transformation here. So that is it for this love reading. I think I'm definitely going to label it as love reading, possibly a twin flame reading for some of you. And I hope that you enjoy it. And if you want a private reading from me, you can go ahead and click on my Shopify link that's in my channel. Thank you.